Hi guys, hope you're well and welcome to this week's Crypto Chiefs YouTube video. I thought I'd take a look at this video on a bit of the market overall, because for the first time in a while the structure has changed. We've had quite a big move, so I thought I'd give you an update on some really clear levels to keep an eye on. Before we begin the video, please, as always, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and in the comment section below I'm going to pin two links. One to our website where you can check out all of the results from the premium signals group, and also a link to our free Telegram channel as well. So first of all, I thought I'd look at the total 2 market cap, which is the market cap excluding Bitcoin. So essentially altcoins. And if you've been following me on Twitter, I've said for a while now how we had this trend line in place perfectly since New Year's Day 2023, and we broke down from it last week, and I said, you know, the first area of support would be in the $540 billion region. That has now fallen through, and the next area I was looking for is around 485 to 490 billion, which we can see is a previous resistance level there and support here as well. Lots of interactions with it there too. So this would be sort of a good area to deploy, a bit heavier for spot, for medium to long term, in my opinion. We did get a move close to it, sort of finding support at 500 billion. But I still think in the coming days we could wick down and touch 490. The reason is for that, we can see that today already we've had a really strong rejection off of that previous support at 540 there. A really hard rejection. So yeah, I think we can test this in the coming days, which would be a good area. Looking next at the USD Dominance, we can see that, and again, if you've been following me on Twitter, I've been saying how, you know, really since the middle of January we've been trading just up and down in this range, and I did say that if we break out from this, we likely see a quick move because of these. You know, we've got a gap there, and we had a fast move down and a fast move up during the FTX crash. So not so much support and resistance in this area, so we would likely have got an impulsive move, which is what happened. Was expecting resistance, to be honest, at this 7.86 level, because as you can see it's a big level previously, but it's broken through it pretty quickly, and potentially signs that it's flipping it to support as well. However, the rejection we can see, it's very clear why it rejected there, that downtrend there, you know, right off of that line. So what we'd ideally want to see is, you know, if we lose this trend line, then we get some relief in crypto. So this is kind of key, really. Perhaps another retest of this and a push down, or alternatively, you know, it breaks this and then continues up, probably up towards 8.89% from there. Now the S&P 500 as well is something really to keep an eye on for the open on Monday. Is really key this. We have been obviously watching over the past year, we've been in this downtrend, and just recently I've been saying how we've come back to test it a few times and seen a good bounce from the daily demand candle here. Has been acting as good support. More signs of weakness here in the last couple of days, after rejecting from this level again. Now we can see last night we closed right on that previous resistance, so new support trend line. If we start to accept back in the year-long downtrend, then this becomes deviation, and we likely start to go perhaps considerably lower from there. But what we want to see is, you know, another move up from here on the open on Monday. Now, in terms of Bitcoin itself, the levels on this are really clear. So we're looking at the daily chart, and these levels that I gave yesterday, we can see we've got a perfect reaction here from this daily demand candle. And just below that, we've got the previous quarter value area high at 19.4. 2022 point of control at 19.1. So a couple of really big levels just below this, but I also think we're going to have good support at 19.6 now anyway. And obviously in the last few months we've been sort of having quite long ranges, long periods of range. So I think that the action over the last couple of days could very well develop into a range over the next few days. So we can see we've rejected hard today, right off the developing quarter VWAP here. So very likely that we have a range of this over the next few days. So this would kind of be the extreme. So I would say the upper end of the range, you're looking at around 20,600 area. Down to the lower part would be the 2022 point of control at 19.1. So this is sort of good area to scalp short from, and scalping long from, well, really anywhere from 19.6 down to 19.1 would be a good place to take a position, in my opinion. Remember, guys, trade safe. Hope you found these levels useful. We have the CPI readings out on the 14th, which is at the beginning of next week. So of course we're going to expect massive volatility around then. So until then, we trade the range until it's broken. Take care.